Welcome. My name is Charlene, and I'm a registered yoga teacher. This practice is part of my Bloomosity Chakra series, where each class gently supports balance in a different energy center of the body. This is offered as a mindful invitation, not a requirement. Move slowly, modify as needed, use blocks, bolsters, or straps. Honor your body's wisdom. If you have any health concerns, please consult a medical professional before practicing. And let's begin in easy pose. Legs crossed, spine long, hands on thighs, and breathing in and out through the nose. Closing the eyes or gazing softly at a spot fixed in front of you. The root chakra, Muladhara, is associated with safety, stability, and grounding. Its element is earth. Its color is red. Its quality is steadiness and support. This practice is designed to help you feel more grounded and secure in your body. There is no need to push. Clarity emerges through space. And you may affirm, I am safe and supported. The root chakra, Muladhara, is associated with safety, stability, and belonging. Its element is earth. Its color is red, and its quality is steadiness. In this practice, grounding is not about effort or strength. It's about allowing the body to feel supported by the earth beneath it. And throughout this practice, return often to sensations of contact, weight, and steadiness. The affirmation you may wish to return to is, I am safe enough in this moment. And bring awareness to the base of the spine and legs. Imagine a deep red warmth at the pelvis, steady, calm, and supportive. With each exhale, feel this warmth move downward through the thighs, knees, calves, and feet. If it feels natural, imagine roots gently extending into the earth, not gripping, just connecting. Silently sense the low, steady vibration of the sound Lam, resting deep in the body. Lam. Notice the sense of settling. And we're going to now transition into cat-cow. So coming on to hands and knees with shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees. And you're going to inhale, tip the pelvis forward, allowing the chest to widen without lifting the shoulders. And then exhale, tip the pelvis back, drawing the lower belly in slightly as the spine rounds. So inhaling and exhaling into cat-cow. Let the movement be slow and predictable. Keep the legs heavy. Let the head follow last. And there's no need to force the neck. If the neck is sensitive, you may keep the gaze forward and make the movement smaller. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Move as if calming the nervous system. And silently affirm to yourself, I move at a steady pace. And we are going to transition into child's pose or balasana. So from hands and knees, gently lower the hips back towards the heels. The knees may be wide or closer together. Choose what feels supportive and allow the torso to rest between or on top of the thighs. If needed, support the chest or hips with blankets or a bolster and allow the forehead to rest where it feels held, not strained. Let the arms relax forward or alongside the legs. Breathing in and out through the nose. Let the belly soften. Let the shoulders release. Let the back body widen. Imagine the back of the body growing heavy, like warm earth settling downward. And silently repeat, I am safe to rest. I am held. And now we'll transition to Tadasana, so coming back into a tabletop position on hands and knees, and just pause for a breath. And stepping one foot forward into a half kneeling position, feeling the sole of the foot fully connect with the floor and pressing into that front foot. Gently lift to standing, letting the legs bring you up, not momentum. And as we arrive in Tadasana or mountain pose, pause and let the body recalibrate. And let's just stand with feet hip-width distance apart. Let the toes spread naturally. And gently shift your weight forward and back, then side to side, until you find a place that feels steady. Let the knees stay soft. Pelvis is stacked easily over the legs, and the belly is relaxed. And let the spine rise naturally as if supported from below rather than being pulled up. Soften the shoulders, relax the jaw. Let the gaze be slightly unfocused so the eyes are soft. And imagine deep red warmth at the base of the spine moving downward through the legs into the earth. And affirm, I arrive steady. I am supported. And we'll transition into chair pose or Utkatasana. Utkatasana. And if it feels comfortable, you may step the feet slightly wider than the hips and turn the toes out a little if that feels natural for your knees. I want you to inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, bend the knees slightly and let the hips move back as if resting into support. Keep the heels heavy, hands rest on thighs or hips. Steady pelvis, belly soft, breath smooth. And on an inhale, coming back up into Tadasana. Pausing for a moment and then coming back into chair pose. So inhaling, lengthening the spine, exhaling, bending the knees slightly and letting the hips move back. Feel the warmth spreading through the legs like red light pooling in the feet. And coming back to Tadasana on an inhale, settling here for a moment. And we'll come back into chair pose. So inhale, lengthen spine, exhale, bend the knees, let the hips move back. Silently affirm, I am steady. I am supported. Press into the feet and rise slowly again to standing and pause. We're coming into Warrior One or Virabhadrasana 1. So step the right foot back into a short grounded stance and turn the back heel down towards the mat only as much as feels stable. Back foot, the toes are out towards the side of the mat, 45 degrees, and bend the front knee slightly. The pelvis faces forward comfortably, no forcing. The knee is in line with the ankle. Hands rest on hips or in heart center. Arms overhead are optional. And let's bring the back foot forward once more, coming into Tadasana. We're going to come into Warrior One on the other side this time. So stepping back with the left foot, bending the front knee slightly. So the front knee tracks comfortably, the back leg is supportive, spine upright without arching. Let the legs grow heavy into the earth as the spine gently lifts. Affirm, I trust my foundation. And stepping back into Tadasana. I'm going to come into Warrior Three. So shift the right foot back and bring the weight gradually into the front foot and begin to hinge forward at the hips, letting the torso move first. Allow the back leg to float up only as much as feels steady. You can keep the toes lightly touching the floor like a kickstand. Hands stay on hips or on blocks. Gaze stays down. Keep the standing knee soft, the pelvis heavy, neck is relaxed. And then let's carefully lower the back leg down. Coming back into Tadasana. And we'll try that pose again on this side, on the same leg. So step the same leg back, hinge through the hips, let the torso move, allow the back leg to float up. The standing knee is soft, the pelvis heavy, neck relaxed. Stability comes from contact, not height. I am steady even when I shift. So bend the standing knee slightly and step the foot back, returning to Tadasana. And let's pause here and we're going to switch to the other leg. So step the other leg back, feeling the weight in the front foot. That standing front leg, the knee is soft, and allow the torso to move forward as you hinge through the hips, and then the back leg floats up only as much as feels steady. Gaze stays down. I am steady even when I shift. And bringing the back foot down with care, coming back into Tadasana. And we'll do that just one more time on the same leg. So stepping back, hinging through the hips, torso comes forward, back leg lifts up. That standing foot is pressing firmly into the ground. I am steady even when I shift. And bend the standing knee slightly and step the back foot down and return to standing. And we're going to transition down to the floor into staff pose or Dandasana. So from standing, bend the knees slowly into a comfortable squat and lower the hips with control and come to seated, extending the legs forward into Dandasana, staff pose. You can sit on a blanket or a block and allow the legs to rest heavy and the hands press slightly into the floor beside you. Inhale and exhale through the nose and imagine red warmth spreading from the pelvis down through the legs. Inhale, press lightly into the floor, feel the spine rise. Exhale, feel the softening. Red warmth spreading from the pelvis down through the legs. And affirm, I am grounded. I am supported. And now we're going to transition into seated forward fold. So inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge through the hips and bend the knees as much as you need to and rest the hands where the body naturally stops. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Let the weight of the upper body melt downward. There's no need to go deeper. Inhaling through the nose, feel the spine lengthen. Exhale, hinging, allowing the weight of the body to melt downward. Feel the body settling into gravity with each exhalation. So as we inhale through the nose, you might feel a little bit of a lift. And as you exhale, there's that settling. Staying here. And gently affirming, I am safe to soften. And we're going to transition into a wide leg seated fold. So coming into that seated position and open the legs wide only as far as feels natural. There's no ideal shape here. If the pelvis tips back or the low back rounds, the pelvis tips back or the low back rounds, sit on a folded blanket or block so the spine can rise with ease, and let the legs rest heavy on the floor. The feet can relax. There's no need to flex strongly. Place your hands on the floor in front of you or on your thighs. Take a deep breath in through the nose and feel the spine lengthen upward. And as you exhale, hinge forward just a little, stopping well before any strain. This is not about depth, it's about settling. So inhaling and feeling lift, exhaling, hinging just a little. Allow the weight of the torso to be supported by the legs and the earth beneath you. Keep the knees soft, let the belly relax, and allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. Imagine the pelvis and legs growing heavier, like they're gently being drawn downward by gravity. Feel the contact of the sit bones, thighs, and heels with the floor. If it feels supportive, silently repeat, I am grounded. I am supported. And let's come out by pressing lightly through the hands, lifting the torso slowly and pausing upright before moving on. And let's bring the legs in front, bent knees, holding on to the back of the thighs. We're going to very slowly, very carefully roll down onto the mat, onto our backs, keeping the knees bent. Allow the knees to touch and the feet to widen as wide as the mat. Staying here. We're in a bent knee resting pose. If you wish, placing one hand on the lower belly and one hand on the floor, or both hands on the belly. And feel the back of the pelvis and the low back resting on the floor. Let the weight of the body drop downward. And imagine the floor meeting you fully, holding your weight without asking anything from you. And affirming, I am supported. I don't need to hold myself up. And now straightening out the legs and allowing the legs to come heavy, feet towards each corner of the mat, letting the pelvis settle even a little bit more. The back of the skull is resting fully. And you can bring the arms down long beside the body, turning the palms up towards the sky. And now bring awareness to the base of the spine. We are in Shavasana. Imagine a deep red glow at the base of the spine. Steady and constant. With each exhale, feel this light spread downward, anchoring you into the earth beneath you. Silently sense the sound Lam, vibrating low and steady. Lam. Lam. I am supported. I belong here. I can rest. And invite small movements back into the body, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, reaching the arms up overhead to stretch the body long, stretching in a way that feels good. And let's roll over onto the right side, bending the knees, cradling the head in the right arm, so coming into a fetal position. Staying here for a few moments with eyes closed. And staying with eyes closed, Gently pressing yourself back up into a seated, easy pose position. Bringing the hands into prayer pose at heart center. And let's affirm silently together. I trust the ground beneath me. I move at a pace that honors my body. I am allowed to rest. And bowing the head slightly to seal your practice. And allowing the hands to come down to the lap and opening the eyes and looking around you and perhaps noticing 3 objects that are the color red. And I want to thank you for joining me today. Have an amazing day or evening. Namaste.